review for you of the Rolex GMT Master 2, more specifically the Batman or the BLNR. So just want to give you a heads up. I actually do not have this watch anymore. Um, Kind of some of the reasons why I sold it. For one, I used the funds towards my day date, and for two, it's kind of a devil's advocate. So I really love the fact that there was a subtle difference in the blue at certain lighting, so it kind of gave you two watches. But when you're paying a large premium for a Batman, um, in certain lightings, the blue just did not show up. Especially like say out at a dinner where there's low light, or even indoors in a lot of unnatural light, just like inside the house and the living room. Even if it's a pretty well lit area, the blue wasn't super bright. And of course, it still has the blue 24-hour hand. But for me, it wasn't enough of a difference. There was a lot of times I would be like, even in the car, and I would try to take a quick wrist shot, and it would look just like the black GMT Master 2. And there's nothing wrong with that. I also had the standard black GMT Master 2 a while ago, probably about 2 years ago or so, before this whole steel Rolex thing crisis or whatever. I mean, I got that watch for, I think I got it for $5,000. I mean, it's you could get them super cheap, and yeah, so that's kind of why I sold it. Of course, a lot of people are gonna be like, "Man, you sold a BLNR to get a day date? You're freaking crazy." And yeah, a lot of people might think that's a crazy move, but for me, steel watches, they don't always do it for me. It is what it is. I mean, I got the bluesy. I mean, my heart desires solid gold watches and substantial solid gold watches. So at the end, my end goal is not a whole bunch of steel watches. I don't care if it's more collectible to have steel watches. I don't care if, people are like, dude, you should never have sold your, I don't know, I never had it, but steel Daytona to go get something else. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work for me, I'm gonna sell it, and everyone knows everything has a price. And I just like a little bit of gold. I wear gold. You see, I got a gold chain. I got a gold wedding band. I like gold. I've worn gold my entire life. Even as a child, as a kid, I had several gold chains. I had several gold rings as a child. I just have always been into jewelry. So gold is for me. A lot of times it's not for people. They think it's gaudy. To me, I think it's nice. It kind of gives it more of a jewelry look. And like for me, I got the bluesy with a little bit of gold. And it just gives it a little bit of a dressier look. And it's a little bit different than, say, you go to New York, you see about 1 million standard Submariners in stainless steel. I mean, it gets like to the point where you see them like all over the place. Don't always see a bluesy. You see a lot of pre-ceramic bluesies. You don't see a whole lot of bluesies with the sunburst out in the wild. But let's kick it over to the studio, and we're going to check out the Rolex BLNR for some close-up shots. And check out my Instagram at Watchdisplay. Follow me, and please comment your thoughts on the BLNR. I do think it's an awesome watch. One day when funds aren't, when funds are limitless, I don't think they'll ever be limitless, but whenever the point where I have substantial funds, to the point where I can buy whatever I want at any point without selling off other watches, I'm sure I'll get another BLNR one of these days. And just a quick little shout out, I got the Charleston Watch Society hat on, and I'm also wrist shot. I got the Omega Seamaster 300 Master Coaxial. I just got this yesterday. I'm kind of honeymooning with it right now. I'm actually going to do a review of this and my Rolex 6-digit Submariner. Of course, mine's a two-tone, so we're not going to do like a weight check or anything, but we're doing all the dimensions. We're talking lug to lug, 10 to 4, 9 to 3 with crown. I'm even going to do lug to lug without croppings of the actual solid end links. So we're going to do height. We're going to get a very good interpretation and comparison of these two watches. So stay tuned and check it out whenever it comes out. And let's go to the studio and check out the video.
How we doing today, everybody? It's Watch Display here. Today I have for you the Rolex GMT Master 2 116710, aka the Batman. And this is a newest addition to my collection. I was honestly going to buy a solid gold day date, or a solid gold sub. And for you guys to know, I do also own the bluesy. And personally, at my time in my life, I feel like the two-tone suits me a little bit better. And I personally just really love the bimetal or two-tone look with the blue. I think it just looks phenomenal, and it's better for an everyday watch for me, just because you don't have to worry about dinging it up gold. So yeah, there's the bluesy wristwatch check. You can see that it's just crispy. I love it. All right, so back to the Batman. So instead of spending upwards of $20,000 on a solid gold piece, even the day I was looking at the Day Date 40, we're talking like $27,000. I decided to go with the Batman. Of course, these have really substantially increased over the past maybe 6 months. I mean, these things are selling for over retail now, and it's very hard to get your hand on these unless you buy them from some of the forum dealers, which was where I got this one. One of my buddies who I also got my IWC Ingenuer from, and got the Submariner from Greg the Watch Guy on Instagram and also on the forums. He's got a jewelry store in South Carolina. But I really like this watch, and what I really I wish I would have been making videos back then, but I used to have this exact watch but with a solid black bezel, or yeah, solid black ceramic bezel. And I'm just going to tell you that just the subtle blue on this, like in certain angles, you don't even notice that it's blue. It kind of just picks up this deep, I mean, like right there, like look at that. I mean, it's freaking beautiful. And then with the hint of the blue on the hand, on the 24-hour marker, it's just, for me, it's definitely a much nicer looking piece. And it just, I don't know, it looks more premium to me than the black model that I had. Is it in my head? Probably, because this is a much more popular model. But I do prefer this blue 24-hour hand much better than I did the green. And I think that's part of one of the things that I prefer. I really do like that blue hand versus the green. I'm more of a blue guy. I love blue. Hence I have the bluesy. But it's an awesome watch. It does bear the super case. So this one right here is a late 2017 reference. So practically new when I got it. It does have the black maxi dial with new markers. It's new clasp, solid links in the bracelet, and this one is all original finish. What I do like about this is you do get the trip lock crown, same as that you would get with the, well, I can't really show you, it's hard to show you in here, but I also have it on my Submariner. So you do get a decent amount of water resistance with this watch. So it's an awesome watch for traveling. Say you were going on a cruise or something, this could be the only watch that you bring. A lot of people that know watches will instantly know this watch, but people that don't really know watches that much, and that could be the robbers, they would instantly pick this out as a higher end watch just due to how loud it is. This I feel is a little bit more toned down. So this could be your only watch that you would take with you on, say, a cruise or vacationing or traveling. It's just an amazing watch. What you guys think about the Batman Bluesy?